till yesterday. Do you all remember? We were been continuing with the chapter that is electoral politics. So now the chapter is over and I hope you would have understood the concept really well. And if you have any doubts regarding that, you can ask me, and most of your parents are really the participants of the election commission. So election process. So you can even ask your parents for the clarification of the doubts. Okay, so come. So today what might be the topic that we are going to see? Any idea, my dear students? Any idea that what chapter we are going to deal? Anything? No? Right. So I will tell you what is the chapter that we are going to see. So before getting into that, so can you see what is there outside your house through your windows? So can you see the sky which is up? So what is the color of the cloud that is there? Can you find out whether it is in whitish in color or whether it is light blackish in color? So what does it mean when it is white in color and when it is light blackish in color? So if you see the cloud which is having moisture content, that will be in light black color, or if it is fully black, then it has a lot of moisture content in it. Then if it is a white cloud, just it has only the air content which is present over it, right? So that is what is that, how that is related to our class. Have you seen the climatical changes that happens near your houses? And nowadays we can even feel that at the night time, around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, you can find it is pretty cool, right? Yes. So why? What is the reason why it is at the daytime it is hotter and at the night time it is becoming cooler? Any idea how it is happening? These are all happening because of different elements. Okay. So what are those elements and how these climatical changes are happening and what are these climatical changes? So that is what we are going to see today. So today's chapter is from geography chapter, climate, and you will ask me a question, ma'am, the previous chapter it is drainage, you did not even teach us. My dear student, that chapter is omitted for the sake of this COVID-19, and only the map, river related map alone will have the another class in which I will tell you the marking places of the rivers and other aspects, how map question will come from drainage chapter. Okay, come, let us get into the chapter. So if you see climate, so what is in climate? What is in weather? They both are same or different? They both are same? No, they both are not same. You can find that climate refers to the change in the atmosphere which happens in an area for longer time or longer months it can be. So that is called as climate. Okay, can you understand, my dear students? Climate means an atmospherical change which will happen that will be for a longer year or longer month. For example, it can be in winter season. So it will be very cool throughout those 3 months or 1 month or 2 months. Okay, that is called as the climate. Climatical changes that happens. Another thing which we have is the weather. So how the weather is different from climate? Weather is a thing which is being changing frequently. It will change frequently. Morning you can find will be heavy rain which will be there, or afternoon you can find that it will be like so sunny, will be becoming very tired. Those things, those transformations are called as the weathering. So these are the two things which we have. So if you see, weathering is in a state where the atmosphere in an atmospherical changes which happens in a particular area anytime. It can happen at any time. Now it will be daytime, it is really good, we can sit at home. But immediately you can find it will start raining. So those things are called as the weathering. And in the Himalayan ranges you can find that will even lead to the snowfall. Okay, so those things are all being processed. So what is climate and what is weather? I hope you would have understood. So these climatical changes and the weather changes are being happening through different process. I told you in the beginning itself, we have different elements which are being supporting them or which are being making them to have these kind of changes. So what are the elements? Can anyone guess what are the elements that makes the change in the environment and change the climate of a particular area or the weather of a particular area? You might have gone to Ooty, Kodaikanal, right? Yes, in Ooty, Kodaikanal, how the temperature will be? It will be very cool, nice to be over there, right? But in Chennai and in Sahara Desert, if I take you, will find it too hot. Why it is too hot? Comparing to Ooty, Kodaikanal, and similarly Jammu and Kashmir is also very cooler area. Here you can find that Ladakh region is very cooler area, and you can find that Rajasthan, Sahara Desert and all is too hot. What is the reason? Any idea behind this, my dear students? No, it has an influence of certain elements. So what are the influencing elements? So we'll see the elements that are responsible for the climatical and weather changes. What are they? They are temperature, atmosphere, atmospheric pressure, humidity, wind pressure and precipitation. So you can see these are the elements which are all responsible or which are all influencing the weather condition and the climatical condition to change. So we'll ask me a question. How ma'am temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity and precipitation will make a change? So we'll see a few examples which I tell you. If you see in India, it is an area, if you take, like as I told you already, it is Rajasthan or desert region, and if it is Ooty. Why Ooty is so cooler? It is comparatively located in the area. Geographical location wise, you can find that the Ooty, Kodaikanal are located in a high altitude, and you can find that they are closer to the ocean bodies, and it is being covered by the hills. So there are a lot of reasons which I'll tell you in detail when the forthcoming topics. So we call these things as climatical changes which happens or weather changes that happens. In India, we have a term which is being used for these kind of climatical changes that happens. Can you name that, my dear students? It is monsoon. Monsoon. It is a word which is derived from an Arabic word. Okay, Arabic word, it is Mosri, which means seasons. Season changes which happens continuously. It is an Arabic word, from there it has been derived. So this monsoon is an aspect, like monsoon is being denoted or represented only in India. Okay, so Indian monsoon, if you see, it will be traveling from the southern region to the southeastern directions. Okay, so it continuously moves from that area to this area, and even the wind blowing directions determines the flow of precipitation that happens. That we'll see in detail, and you can find that these climatical changes and the weather changes can still more be influenced by two important aspects, that is based on the temperature and precipitation. What is temperature? The highest heat degree that is present in that particular area is known as the temperature. Then you can find that precipitation. What is this precipitation? A new word which you are hearing, right? So precipitation is the amount of water that is present, or it can be the precipitation may be in the form of a rainfall, or it may be in the form of a snowfall also. So if you look into those kind of aspects, in India, the summer season, the mercury, that is the temperature they are saying, it will be reaching around 50 degrees Celsius in the parts of Rajasthan. Okay, whereas in the other parts like Jammu and Kashmir, if you see, the degree, Pahalgam is a place in Jammu and Kashmir, it will go, even in the summer season, will be around only 20 degrees Celsius. So this range, can you find out how extreme both are? So it is 50 degrees Celsius and it is 20 degrees Celsius. So imagine how the difference is existing. Then if you see about winter, in night time maximum they are saying, in the place like Darsa in Jammu and Kashmir, it will be minimum of 45 degrees Celsius. And in the place of Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala, no, it will be around 22 degrees Celsius. So here also you can find the vast difference that is prevailing between the two. So why that is happening? Based on the temperature aspects. Why it is so? This is because of the geographical location, relief features that are present around them also influences the climatical condition of a particular area. I think you will be able to understand this. Yes, my dear students, yes. So this is about the temperature ranges that happens in different areas based on precipitation. Precipitation means amount of rainfall that is received. So it is based on variation. It is not similar in all the places. In Tamil Nadu itself, you see, in district of Madurai it will be different. In Dindigul it will be different. In Chennai it will be different. Why it is? The rainfall has been different. If it is raining in Chennai, it will not rain in Madurai. It will not rain in Dindigul. Why it is so? Those things variation which happens in the climate. Okay, and also you can see that the amount also will vary. Amount means the amount of rainfall. They have a meter which will be calculating the amount of rainfall that has been recorded. Okay, meteorologists are there who are been recording these things. Every day in news you can find that the person will be saying whether it will be raining today or there will be hot or if any cyclone is formed. So those things will be informed by them. Those people have a device that will be fixed in each and every area. So they say it will be recording the amount of rainfall, amount of precipitation that has been over there. So if you see, the precipitation has been recorded every now and then you can find that this amount also varies from district to district, areas to area, right? So from here to till Moolachatram the rain will be there, but after that you can find that there won't be any rain which will be there at all. So those kind of things are also existing. And if you see, most of the rainfall that is happening in the upper Himalayas are being in the form of a snowfall which is happening. Because it is a very cooler region, so they are saying in those areas it is in the form of a snowfall which happens, and in the rest of the areas, rest of the country, rest places means beyond Himalayan ranges, you can find other areas are in the form of a rain only, means water droplets, pouring down of rain that happens. Okay. Then the annual precipitation varies from region to region, I told you. So if you see Meghalaya, it is receiving around 400 centimeter of rainfall per annum. Per annum means in an year. Okay, so it is recording 400 centimeter of rainfall. But you see Ladakh region which is only securing 10 centimeter of rainfall per annum itself. So the variation, can you see, it is actually Ladakh region is a cooler region only. But even in those areas you can find the snowfall is also not existing, rainfall is also not existing. So those kind of climatical variation is prevailing. And if you see in the western regions like Rajasthan and most parts of the countries which are receiving rainfall in the month of June to September. So they will be receiving rainfall in the month of June to September, that is western Rajasthan and other parts. And if you see other parts like Tamil Nadu and the other regions will be receiving rainfall only from October to November. Why it is so? It is all because of the elements which are influencing the climatical changes. Okay, my dear students. So you will be knowing that they will even decrease the rainfall. So this rainfall start decreasing gradually from the east to the western direction towards the northern plain. When they are moving towards the northern plain, they will be still more decreasing in their amount. Why they will be still more decreasing? Because you have so many ranges, the cloud has to pass through. Okay, so that I will detailedly explain you. When they are going itself, you can find the moisture content in the air will be extracted, and when it is reaching the northern plain, the air will be empty. It will not have any precipitation at all. So the rainfall is varying in each and every regions because of the elements and the relief feature that is present in our nation. So this is just an introduction which I have given you about the climatical condition and the weather of this chapter, climate, and the remaining we'll see in detail in the next class, my dear students. Okay, thank you.